Valley Club, are we getting Purple ISO 8 level 4 and 5 very soon? We got some new polls with some rewards, and a lot of the community has Blastaar Unlock. What kind of a difference is he gonna make? We have all of that and more in this edition of your Marvel Strike Force Weekly News Update. Joining me this week, yeah, we got a guest back. It is my brother Dorky Dad. And if you're ready for all of these topics, then brother Dorky, let him know what to do.
Let's go blast off.
Ooh, yeah, let's blast it off, baby. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin. This is my brother Dorky Dad, and this is your Marvel Strike Force Weekly News Update. We do this every single week, keep you up to date on everything that has happened and is upcoming in Marvel Strike Force. And if you get some value from the video today, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you know as soon as a brand new Marvel Strike Force video goes up on this channel. At least 5 of them every single week on this channel. But it has been a while, Dorky. I have not collabed with anybody for a long time, and I'm glad to be talking about Marvel Strike Force with someone. How have you been? How have you been enjoying Marvel Strike Force, and how's life been with you, my friend?
Hey, I've been enjoying Marvel Strike Force. You know, it's kind of hit and miss week to week, but there's normally something to have some fun with. Yeah. And it's summertime, so I've been playing with the kids, lots of water parks. So if I'm not busy playing Marvel Strike Force, I'm busy doing more important, more fun stuff anyway. So I've been pretty good.
That stuff is more important. The kid stuff is more important than the game that we play for fun. Yeah. But let's get into all the news of the week, starting with a review of the promo codes from earlier. Man, these I was not sure if Decimal Point Jeff was at work with these promo codes. Little lighter than I was expecting. Were you expecting more from these codes?
Brother, I can't even keep up with the codes. It seems like there's another code every day. It's all over the place. I'm getting my codes from other people at this point. I'm so far behind. I got to catch up with it, but it's only been like a couple thousand here and there, right?
Wait, we just got one. Actually, we just got them. This is the brand new one, Summer Bonus. Let's go enter this one right now. Okay. I actually have to go to the code section to player gift. So yeah, I think I'm not sure what this is for. Is this for the counting corner? Let's go enter this right now. It's a brand new one. And then we got the reviews of the other few this week. So this is, no, hold on. Let me do this all over again. That I copied the wrong thing, I think. Summer Bonus is what I want to copy. Here we go. Let's enter this code, and it is for 9,000 antimatter. So big, I'm into money, baby. And for 450,000 gold, not 4.5 million, 450,000 gold.
Hey, it keeps going up. It's okay. If we're getting one like every day, it's like, okay. Like,
it's free. Cool. It's free. It's free. Yeah. It's free. You got to enter a lot of codes to get what we would have previously with one code. So enter that one. Summer Bonus. Previous ones, Summer Counting. Very similar results, Golden Antimatter. And then we got 2 earlier this week, Summer Boost and August Challenge. So if you have not entered all those, make sure you enter all of those. And there is something else that you get some free stuff, Dorky. Did you vote yet on your favorite Fantastic Four character?
Actually, I just did it because you told me there was a vote. I didn't know there was a vote going.
Nice. Yeah, I don't think this was announced in the game. I was on the website and I was like, oh, there's a poll. Let me make a video about it. Make sure you guys do this. Free power cores every time you vote. 50 power cores, 50 energy. It's not a lot, but like I said, it all adds up. Who did you vote for? Who did you end up voting for?
Oh, had to be Invisible Woman.
Oh, all right. I like Human Torch. I like Invisible Woman. I voted for Human Torch, but Invisible Woman's cool too. I'm not gonna vote for Mr. Fantastic. And the thing is, all right.
Nah.
All right.
Thing's okay. If you've seen the movie, it's like, hey, Human Torch, Invisible Woman, they kind of the MVPs. They're kind of cool.
They are.
In our game? Yeah.
Invisible Woman's pretty good in our game too. Invisible Woman's pretty good in our game.
She's my favorite new character.
Franklin is the MVP of that team though in the game.
Brother, I don't know. I got diamonds on Invisible Woman now. She is one-shotting equally built Night Stalkers. It's crazy what she does.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I like her damage as well, but Frank, I don't know, something about having a battlefield effect and a new ability seems maybe it's not as good, but psychologically, I'm like, oh, that's the winner right there. All right.
I can see that. Yeah, I'm cool.
Oh, we got another poll going on right now. This one is Hellfire Gala Royale, and this is for costumes. Now, I'm not sure, but I heard Bendable say that after 1,000 votes, we're getting another promo code. So get your votes in to this. Let me ask you about your favorite character of all of these that are on the site right now. I'm just trying to make it a little smaller so you can see all of them. So we have an Iceman here. We have Captain Marvel. Who is this? Is Dr. Doom? He looks like a character from another game that I play. Miles, Falcon, Bishop, X-23, Emma Frost, Professor X, and Scarlet Witch. Who would you vote for based on their character? And who would you vote for based on the costume that you see right now?
I mean, okay, character-wise, it gotta be Scarlet Witch. She's just too cool, right? She's too powerful.
Yeah.
She's got that Franklin mysticism behind her. Just awesome. But I'm looking at X-23. X-23 would be a second close on like favorite character, and then that fits pretty dope. Pretty dope.
I think my favorite costume out of all these, I like the Captain Marvel, but she sucks in the game, so that's not what I would vote for. It'd probably be.
And in the comics, she's terrible.
She sucks in the comics too. I thought she was good at. Maybe I don't read the comics enough. I thought she was good.
Just read Civil War 2 and you'll hate her forever.
I actually haven't read any comics, so I don't not read enough. I haven't read any in a long time. But yeah, I think I would vote for Captain Marvel, but she sucks in the game, so I think I would go with your either Scarlet Witch or Emma Frost. I think I would go for, just because they're kind of usable at this point of the game right now. The rest of these characters, I'm trying to think, not so usable. Maybe Doom only in the Danger Room, I guess. But yeah, they're
Falcon on Liberty.
Liberty, yeah, I guess so. I don't. Oh wait, is this Captain Sam Falcon or the normal Falcon? I thought it was normal Falcon. I guess Captain Sam is on there. Brother. Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess you're right. These are the three viable characters in the game. Then Captain Sam. I guess this is Captain Sam, not Falcon. It does say Captain America right there. All right, so vote for your favorite one. Like I said, I think after 1,000 we get another promo code, but not sure. There's 32 hours left on this, so let's see if we get. I'm gonna put my vote in right now for who did I say? Scarlet Witch. Let's go Scarlet Witch for this one. Right, 8%. Oh, who is winning? Emma Frost is winning. Not bad. Dr. Doom, 26%.
It is Doom.
All right. Dr. Doom looks like he's winning there. All right, but let's get back into the game because we have a new. Actually, let's go to the right here. I want to talk about the game news because we have an issue with Fallen Dimension. This was from yesterday's, but they said yesterday, today, we added raid bonuses to Fallen Dimension nodes. This caused the unintended consequences of activating the enemy side raid abilities as well. I gotta laugh at this point, man. So they don't put it in, and when they do, they make it even harder. So what they did as a solution, we're gonna be removing this tomorrow. Fallen Dimension will remain prior to this as it was before they launched this change. So we got two Fallen Dimensions. We got the Fallen Dimension normal. This one is pretty easy. As an end game player, did you just auto through this Fallen Dimension?
Yeah, I threw the baby in his stroller, went for a walk down the road, and I just autoed it while he was just sucking on his freezy, enjoying the sun. It was great. All
right, so I have my vigilantes. I have 3 of the 5 of them, gear tier 20. 2 of them are gear tier 19. I stuck on this 5th node, and then I'm like, yeah, I think I'm done with it. Especially considering the rewards. The rewards, 1.2 million gold. So it's significantly more than the promo codes, but still not a lot to even make a difference in the game. I was like, I'm not
2. You get to do 2 runs.
Oh, you get 2 runs. 2 runs of smashing your head against a brick wall for 2.4 million gold. Okay, I guess that's worth a consideration. I don't think I'm gonna do that though. Are you gonna go through this? Did you already do this? What are you doing with Fallen Dimension Omega?
Yeah, so I beat this once already. When we first had it, I beat it with 3 All-Star characters, so I kind of knew all the little secrets and everything and kill orders. So
wait a minute, is this exact same? Is this the exact same?
Yeah, it's the same. The enemies weren't buffed or nothing.
Okay. So you already had.
So I bet it had good rewards last time though. Yeah, it had good rewards last time.
We get gold. They don't even, it's so bad that they don't even tell you how much gold you're gonna get. But I did see some screenshots, 1.2 for each run through. Are you gonna do your second run? Is it worth you going for your second run for the 1.2?
Yeah, well, let me tell you about the game experience I had here, right? So I knew that Electra doesn't give energy on spawn. I knew I had to make sure I was hitting the vulnerables. I had to take out enemies that didn't do vulnerables. I knew what was coming, and so I knew what the puzzle was, right? And so I enjoyed it. I'm not even kidding. I enjoyed it. It was challenging gameplay. The rewards, like you say, it's like you could skip this and not care at all, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's cool because I'm sure we're going to talk about it. Danger Room was like, Man, it was like I had to chew through steak in the last danger room, and they gave me fucking pudding. Sorry for cursing. They gave me pudding in this danger room. It's too easy. It's boring. This was great. I mean, pudding's not that boring. Listen, we're gonna stop talking about food. I like this. It was a nice challenge.
I don't know. I seem like I'm complaining about all the danger rooms. When it was too easy, I'm like, hey, it's too easy. Then they change it to make it too hard. I'm like, hey, it's too hard. Now it's back to too easy. I'm like, wait, I want it a little harder. So I don't know if I'm ever gonna be happy with the danger room, but I don't know. It's kind of fun to smash through that. We'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I might on stream, but let me see how many days is left on this. I'm not gonna do this. 4 more days left. I'm not. We had like 2 weeks left for this. I'm like, yeah, I'll smash my head. But I do like puzzles. I guess I don't know the solution to the puzzle or what I'm trying. For me, it's banging my head against the wall for this one. But I guess if it was a puzzle, it is fun. Maybe if they had the raid bonuses active, it'll be a little more fun or something like that. But anyway.
Well, they are active for 3 characters. Before they were active for 3 characters. They were active for Silver Sable, Hit Monkey, and Daredevil Modern. I guess what we're trying to do with whatever oopsies last night was, they were probably trying to activate it so Elektra also had her raid bonuses, so you could just go from node to node without conserving energy.
Yeah.
And in doing so, they just broke everything, which is kind of very on brand, right? So that's kind of
it wouldn't be Marvel Strike Force without a bunch of stuff breaking. So I guess it is on brand, correct? All right. Let's go back to the news. Not here. Let's go back to the news here because I don't know if we saw this thing. I watched it on stream this morning. I'm like, man, they put a lot of work into these marionettes. This was very interesting. My question though, do you think we're gonna get these marionettes in the game as costumes? Because I would love to have these as costumes.
Bro, that would be a really cool April Fool's edition to the Fantastic Four team. That'd be super cool. I didn't watch the making of video, but I saw this. I think this is super cool, and I think it actually shows that our game is in a very healthy business place. The fact that they're going this extra mile and doing stuff like this, I think this is super cool.
Yeah, I like what they did with this. I didn't know how much work they did. I actually didn't see the this first preview until today. I'm like, man, they put a lot of work into this. They got like this real marionette studio. They went to this real puppet theater, and they got a lot of stuff. Yeah, this is pretty cool. If you haven't had a chance to check this out, check it out. But yeah, it does show, like you said, they're putting a lot of work into their promos and everything like that. So this game is in a healthy place, at least for the devs of Scopely. But back to another era that was happening. I'm not sure if this is still going on, but we're currently investigating an issue with the raid difficulty selection for the normal version of Chaotic Storm raids. We'll have an update as soon as possible. Issue has been resolved and is working as normal. I did not notice this because our Alliance does the difficulty 5. I think the bug was when your Alliance was doing difficulty 5 and trying to go down, it wasn't allowing you to do easier difficulties, but I guess it's working now. Did you have anybody in your community complain about this or notice this?
No, when I saw this message, I was like, oops, I guess something happened at the lower levels, so I'm glad that they got it fixed real quick. I guess this is probably them tinkering around with stuff behind the scenes, getting ready for the Annihilation raids, which I'm sure we're going to talk about. But yeah, another little oopsies.
Another oopsies. It is very, very on brand, I guess. All right.
Yep.
But big thing for some players, not myself, but if you did the Danger Room, and if you have one of the Hellfire Club unlocked, you have Blastaar unlocked. If you use the Azazel in the raids, or if you're going to get Rachel Summers later today and use her in the raids, you have enough points to get Blastaar unlocked. He looks very, very good. First character with no cooldowns on the special and the ultimate. I think you said just before this you got him unlocked. What do you think? What is the difference that Blastaar is gonna make in Cosmic Crucible this week? Because he is a Cosmic Crucible character. How big of an impact do you think he'll make?
I'm very uncertain. It's gonna counter Blastaar's anti-speed. We have a lot of them Cosmic Crucible. But I'll tell you so far, I brought him into the Professor X saga. And on one attempt, I actually built up his charges on his bomb burst. Yeah. And he did one shot the final wave of the Cosmic Villain section at 4 freaking yellow stars, man. Ooh. His damage was crazy. I don't know if it's going to translate to PvP, though, because it's kind of weird, right? You think you want to use that ultimate right away, but there's not going to be a lot of comps unless you can actually get a Kahori in there, where you're going to have enough bomb burst stacks to really make that make any sense. So, and we don't have the awakening abilities, which is losing so much of his speed bar stuff that he can get. Like when you have the awakening abilities, it's going to be so that he can actually go from his first turn to his second turn immediately, like he turns in a row. So I'm curious to see how this character is going to evolve over time. I think the red stars and more yellow stars and the awakening abilities are going to make such a bigger difference to this character than they did for Quasar. Quasar, right out the box, he just stops a lot of stuff, right? Like he stops a lot of speed bar, speed stat. So mechanically, he was that guy. Blastaar, he's kind of like he's a baseball bat. He's a blunt weapon. So if he doesn't have all those things that make him dangerous, then I'm unsure. But I guess we're gonna find out tomorrow.
So you think he needs more build? Unlike Quasar that stopped the little things, a little more build to make Blastaar viable in PvP. And from what it sounds like, in PvE, you get enough turns. You could take enough turns. You could kind of manipulate the enemies enough so that you could maximize his ultimate. Is it in PvP you're not getting enough turns, or maybe not getting enough turns to really maximize that?
Yeah, so I mean, in PvP, especially in Crucible, there's only 6 matches, right?
Yeah.
And there's so many ways now to curtail speed bar gain. So if he's not getting that speed bar gain, then he's not going to get those turns, and it becomes much more unviable to have your characters using their basics to start a match off, because then you're kind of basics don't really have the same sort of control effects special and ultimates do, right?
Yeah.
So with all that in mind, like I don't think he's going to be nearly as impactful in PvP as Quasar was out the box.
Okay, and maybe later down the road, when it gets all that stuff that you mentioned, the red stars and the awaken abilities and stats and all that stuff.
Yeah, in particular, that awaken passive where he's going to get, instead of speed bar, he gets speed stat for bomb burst or something like that. Then he has 2 different avenues where he's a threat on the speed front. And that's when I think he's going to, we're really going to see him shine there.
Gotcha. All right, so if you don't have them unlocked now, looks like if you've been keeping up with everything, just with these raid objectives here, after about 4 days, so Monday the 18th, you should have Blastaar unlocked, assuming that you've been keeping with the milestones and done your danger room and everything like that. But speaking of the danger room, we mentioned this a little bit, a lot easier. I did 1 run and I have all the milestones. My first attempt got that thing. Some of the changes they made it a lot easier, which I think is a good thing, because now I could just go and have fun with it and stuff like that. I don't have to worry about grinding for the milestones. I could just play this out on my own. Instead of having to grind a bunch to get these yellow tokens to finally be able to have some fun, what do you think of the changes, the easier version of the danger room now compared to what we had previously, where you had to grind a lot of X tokens in order to have good runs?
Yeah, so to me, it's a double-edged sword, right? Like, I don't feel as fulfilled when I claim those milestones, but I did get it done in 25 minutes, so I got a lot of rewards. I don't have to look at it again. I already have all the frames for the leaderboard because I got top 50 or something last time. So Danger Room is just done for me, and that's kind of cool, right? I don't have to worry about it. I'm focusing on Omega Dimension, even though it doesn't have great rewards. It does require time to, like, reset and find the good RNG and everything like that, right?
Yeah.
So to me, it's like, I had my fun. The last one was more difficult. That was great. This one is kind of stupid easy, and that's okay. There should be room in the game for both extremes, like really hard strategic content, and then like really dumb easy collect my rewards content. I think that, and it seems like Scopely's trying to find that balance, but they just keep kind of bouncing from one extreme to the other. And honestly, as long as they keep bouncing and they don't land on one side and one side only, I think that's kind of okay. We just gotta kind of get in that rhythm.
Yeah, and like I said, I was like, I guess I'm change is what I'm not liking. So every time we get a new one, like,
yeah,
this, I like that we did this right away. I like that I got all the milestones. I need that Gear True 20 pieces, but yeah, it doesn't seem as fulfilling because I had to grind a lot. I'm like, yes, I'm finally done. But this one, I'm like, oh, first attempt, I'm done already. All right. So yeah, and I do think that they have trouble balancing. They either make the content stupid easy or it's so hard with no rewards. And like you said, if they're not going to balance it to make it engaging for everybody, at least they go super hard and then super easy, super hard, super easy. And I like this. Any particular strategies that you used on the Danger Room, or was this just easy?
I went in with my Invisible Woman and my Franklin, not the rental ones.
Okay.
My Franklin is 6 red. My Invisible Woman has 2 diamonds, and I got the pact where on basic you do 50% more damage. I picked up a Human Torch along the way, and then more Fantastical members I entered a node, I hit auto basic, whatever other buffs are on the way, I got on the way, and everybody died to one basic attack. So they made it pretty easy. I'd have to say, I hear people beating it first try, no tokens, with Franklin and Doom rental characters.
I beat it first try, no characters. I beat it with Franklin and Mr. Fantastic rental characters. Then I picked up a rental Invisible Woman, but I used pretty much that same strategy, that basic, that you get the 50% more damage and it persists between nodes. So by the time you get to that challenging node, you're just autoing. So with that combined with the getting the evades on basic, it's very hard to die. Now I did die on the last few nodes, but even with the deaths, we had so much damage from the characters that were surviving that we just smashed through that final node. So it was pretty easy. I kind of like this, but I think that is the strategy, that basic, the auto basic, or the basic that gives you the extra damage. And then we got like the normals. We got the speaking tickets to avoid the scrolls. I got that one, the Franklin Richards to 99% damage, bringing them to 1% health and not being able to survive that. So we got a bunch of the good ones there, but yeah, it was pretty easy.
Can we just focus for a second that whoever put Danger Room 2 up literally did a "can I borrow your homework from Danger Room 1," copy pasted the whole thing, didn't even change the name on the freaking title page, and is now fixing the answers after the fact is crazy.
All right,
it's so funny, dude.
So I was going to talk about all the bad rewards, but I guess they fixed it as we were recording or something like that. But luckily, we have a screenshot of what they had. They had Intel here before. The Intel store hasn't been here for about a week, and they had these unstable cells. We don't have the unstable cells in the game right now. I was going to show that on this, but it looks like it's gone now. Now that we still have the unstable cells. We still have the unstables. They have a new icon, though. And we have these 4 stuff, but yeah, and now they switched it to antimatter, so it is working. What are they going to do with the unstable cells? Let's go look at this, see if they have the orb in the game, because I know the orb wasn't in the game yesterday. Let's see if while we're recording they brought it back, and it looks like they... No, it is not back. All right, so the unstable cells are still there. The unstable cells are still there. The antimatter was corrected though, so that is a good thing. But new raids next week. Annihilation raids next week. How prepared for this are you? Because no Old Man Logan, no Professor X, no Mephisto. If we look at some of the lane requirements here, or the no requirements, we'll see that difficulty 6 is when you have to start using the Extreme X-Men or Hellfire Club. Difficulty 7 is when you start using specific teams. Difficulty 8 and 9, only the most recent teams. So that means that no tech team, no replacements for that, no replacements in the Mystic section, Night Stalker. So you can't use Mephisto there or any other characters that you might have been using. No Odin either. Uncanny Avengers, I don't think you're replacing anybody there, but as far as this Extreme X-Men, no Old Man Logan, or you could use your Hellfire Club members. How big of a change is this for you and your alliance? Is this gonna hurt what you guys are doing on a daily basis? Will you guys have to drop down to difficulty 7, then go back up to difficulty 9 when everybody has Hellfire Club, and then when they eventually replace Orcus with the Insidious 6, then have to drop back down to difficulty 7 again, because not everybody in your alliance has all the teams, because there's now 8 lanes per strike team, no 6 lanes. That means that everybody needs to participate. I think one person in your entire alliance cannot participate, but I don't know. What do you think of all these changes that are coming? It seems very specific to what we need, and giving us less theory crafting, less room for thinking of new teams.
Yeah, so as far as it impacting me, it won't, because I built up Moon Knight for PvP reasons, even though I haven't used them for months and months and months. I had Cyclops built up for a meme in one of the X-Men Danger Rooms. I wanted to use him in Havoc. So I built him up for a meme. So I'm kind of good on that front, but I don't have Hellfire unlocked. Like, I cored and I spent some money, which I haven't done in a long time, on Azazel to get Blastaar unlocked so I can make a video on Blastaar with Professor X Saga, right?
Gotcha.
I'm not unlocking Rachel Summers tonight. I'm not buying Sebastian Shaw. So when this hits next week, I personally can't do difficulty 8 or 9, right? It's not an option.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be the case for a lot of people in my alliance. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna see the reward difference. Like, what's the reward difference between presumably hitting 69 and hitting 90% on difficulty 7? What's the reward difference there? Because maybe we're still not gonna drop down if we're getting a little bit more rewards. It's such a feels bad moment though, right? Exactly like you said, when Insidious 6 comes out, and it's kind of be like a conveyor belt where Orcus falls off, Hellfire drops down 1, they lose 1 node, and then there's gonna be 2 Insidious nodes. It's gonna feel really bad if anytime a new raid team comes out, you have to drop difficulties, and all of a sudden you're getting less rewards. Like, I can't imagine who thought that would be something that the players wouldn't rebel against. In my opinion, the Chaotic Storm raids was done exceptionally well. With the 3 lanes, with there being an individual boss for anybody who wanted it, but they were optional, but then they did give rewards. And even though they artificially took away Spider Society and the bio section, the fact that we could do a burn attack and then go in and get it done meant that tryhards could still max out the raids if they wanted to. I thought the Chaotic Storm raids were exceptionally well designed. The only flub, and they're flubbing it here too, apparently, they haven't told us otherwise, is that the leaderboard rewards didn't change. Like, the Chaotic Storm was the perfect breeding grounds for actual competition in the raid leaderboards. And they didn't take advantage of that. And now they're doing this really sort of feels bad. I don't know if it's predatory. Yeah, I guess you call it predatory. It's like predatory structure that I'm really not a fan of as far as the player experience goes. So yeah, the Annihilation raids, lots of questions and lots of concerns.
To me, this feels, we're not selling these teams enough. People are making these hybrid teams. They were able to beat the mutant section without even the most recent, with the oldest raid team in the entire raid, they were able to beat the mutant section. So we need to sell more raid teams. So we got to change how these the players think about raids. That's what this feels like to me. So if you don't buy the most recent raid team, you're not getting all the rewards. And they said they're gonna up the rewards, but they've said that many, many times. And every time they do that, I'm like, I don't know about you. I'm a little disappointed. I'm like, oh, that's it? Oh, okay. Well, it's better, but it's not what I want. It's not all the stuff I need. So I don't know. This feels like a clunky way to get us to buy more raid characters right off the bat is what it seems like to me. But I don't know. It will feel bad. And it hasn't happened yet, but I think everybody sees like, oh, eventually people will get in the alliance. They're going to get the Hellfire Club. We're going to be doing difficulty 9. But then we're not going to have the Insidious 6 and we're going to have to drop down to difficulty 7. When that happens, I think there's going to be a lot of rage in the community because that will feel bad unless they also adjust their rewards every single time they introduce a new team, which I don't think they're going to do. But if they did that wouldn't feel as bad. But yeah, I don't think they're going to do that. That's too much work for them. They cut and paste the Danger Room. They're not going to do a new reward for every single team.
Should we also talk about 1 node per team? How bad does it feel to be forced to build an entire raid team to use them on 1 node? Like, it used to be 4 nodes per origin trait. Chaotic Storm brought it down to, well, 2 with the 3rd optional boss, and now we're down to 1. Like, if this raid structure was coming around when Thunderbolts came out, and we realized just how bad Thunderbolts are everywhere except for raids, it would feel so bad being forced to build them up, right?
Yeah.
Which is why, I don't know, like, do teams like Hellfire, do teams like Vigilante, where, Vigilante, yes, they're forced to be 5, so they're kind of limited, but they're still really good at Crucible, really good in War. Hellfire has 2 amazing plug-and-play characters into different Crucible teams, with Sebastian Shaw and Emma kind of being this really interesting dual power team.
Yeah.
So if you're going to make a raid team, and they have multiple uses, people are more likely to buy it then. They're more likely to get invested. Like, just make the raid teams more interesting. And I don't think that'll be a problem. It's Insidious 6. You know how easy it would be to sell Insidious 6 if you just start giving them some synergies with the Superior 6 for Crucible and with Sinister 6 different variants in War. Like, it would be such an easy thing to do instead of forcing
and maybe
it
we don't know too much about the Insidious 6. In fairness to them, they might still do that with the Insidious 6. We don't know too much about them. But yeah, they need to do that to give us like, hey, I want this team, not, oh, I have to get this team. Because like I worked in sales. People love to buy, but people hate to get sold stuff. So I want to get stuff. I don't want to be forced to get that, but if I want to get that, that feels good. So yeah, this seems very clunky. And the other, let me go with one good thing as well. Hellfire looks like it's the last node here, so I haven't done the calculations. Maybe If you don't have it, you could still get the 90% get to full rewards. But I don't know. Someone has to do the math, see if that's still possible. If 2 people, 3 people don't have the Hellfire Club, what that would make a difference for the 90%. But let's move on to the newest team. Yeah. The Insidious Six, the next raid team. We know the 3 new members, Superior Spider-Man, Hobgoblin, Scorpion. They are on the new loading screen. We're getting reworks of Vulture and Shocker. What are you expecting of this team? Obviously, they're going to be good in the raids. Where do you think they're going to be used? Going along with the Superior Six in Crucible, going along with the original Sinister Six in War, or a little bit of each?
It's so hard to say. I'm super hopeful for this team. Let me start there. I think the 3 characters they picked, just like IP-wise, bangers, right? Superior Spider-Man, Spider-Man's body, Doc Ock's brain, terrifying. Hobgoblin, such a maniacally cool character. And Scorpion, have you seen this beefy boy on the load screen? That guy looks sick. And he's just one of the originals. And then Vulture and Shocker being the reworks, I think is just like chef's kiss. Vulture, obviously, everyone knows the use of Vulture. People sleep on Shocker, though. Shocker's got the on-spawn offense up. Then when he does his, I believe it's his special, he gets speed bar, renews offense up, and then he does this like 3-piece rewind, kind of like Lady Deathstrike. So I think the team looks really fun. I'm concerned a little bit because if you play with Superior Six, like what they would need in Crucible is they would need to start leaning away from speed bar. We talked about how Blasters kind of have that weakness, and lean more into like speed stat, which is kind of the new, or speed up on spawn, which is something that could be useful for a lot of the teams we end up facing. So they would need to bring something really big like that to one of the War or Crucible teams to really kind of make a splash. Otherwise, they're going to fall flat the same way like the Accursed team did, right? And I think that would be a really big shame for War and Crucible, unless they come with like 130 speed. They need to either come with like a 130 speed stat, so they're changing up the turn order in these interesting matches, or they need to do something to bring the older characters that you would be forced to use them with, right? Like your Green Goblin, like your Mysterios, your Doc Ocks. They would need to kind of lift those characters up in some form or fashion.
What is your prediction of what they're gonna do? Do you think they're gonna change up the speed, give them more speed bar, get them relevant, that entire Superior Six in Crucible again? Or they're just gonna like, all right, these characters would go with these characters. They have the tag, see what you could figure out. Because I think the only ones that are getting like stat upgrades are Shocker and Vulture. And the rest of them, Green Goblin, Classic, Craven, all those characters are gonna stay the same. So all they're gonna have is a tag. Do you think that they're gonna look and give them synergy with some of the older characters as well, even with those old stats, or is it just going to be like, yeah, here's a little bonus, see what you could figure out?
I mean, they'll have some built-in synergy because they're probably going to also have the Sinister Six tag. But, and this is probably going to be unpopular, what I'm really hoping for is that this 5-person Insidious Six team works a lot like Vigilante, where they stay together in War and Crucible. And Vulture has that stuff where if they have speed up on spawn, he steals it and he gives it to his team. And Shocker is rewinding, and maybe Shocker is giving speed bar to Scorpion the same way Shocker gives speed bar to Lizard in War. I'm kind of hoping, because I just want to keep all the new stat characters together. For me, I just see more value in that when I think about who I face in War and in Crucible. I mean, it'd be really cool if, say, we can do like a Vulture, Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Hobgoblin, Scorpion team in Crucible. Like that'd be really cool, but I don't see them loosening the tag in such a way that Vulture is no longer going to need 2 Superior Six members. And other things like that. So I'm very curious what they're going to do. This could either be a home run or it could be a dud. Like the worst thing in the world would be is if the 3 Insidious members kind of start feeling the same way the Thunderbolts do, right? That would be a big miss. So hopefully it's not gonna be the case because people love their Spider-Man villains.
I hope. You know what? You said it's an unpopular opinion. I would love it if they're like the Vigilantes, keeping them the same in, War and Crucible and things like that. Obviously, from a thematic standpoint, as a Marvel fan, it would be cool to get like Green Goblin, Hobgoblin, and combining some of these characters. But as a Marvel Strike Force players, it's I think it's just easier to go into every game mode with this team. This team works together. Obviously, theory crafting is fun, and once that's figured out, yeah, that is the team. But I don't think it's bad to have a team that works well together, even if you keep them together to make them function that way in other places of the game. So I'm very curious to see what they're going to do with this. Hopefully we get some announcements of their kits soon. But
yeah.
Let's go to the newest team in the game right now. We're getting Rachel Summers released today. She is gonna have a tag to be an Immortal X-Men for Cosmic Crucible. What will change this week in Cosmic Crucible now that she's on the Immortal X-Men? And I think the character you want to remove from that team is Beast. She does have a call at the cable in her kit, but I think Beast, you're fine with removing Beast. So what is going to change in Cosmic Crucible for you? And does she change anything in the war at this point? Like, will the Hellfire Club do anything in the raids without Sebastian Shaw?
Oh, I don't know. Sebastian Shaw does a lot of stuff, right? Lots of stunning, lots of barrier, lots of everything. And honestly, the Hellfire Club in the Chaotic Storm raids, kind of trash. So at low stars, I'd be very concerned based on my playtest experience. But yeah, as far as Immortal X-Men goes and Rachel in Cosmic Crucible, she definitely replaced Beast. Beast just kind of does the least on the team unless he can somehow ult turn 1. With her additional turn meter rewind when slows go out there, they're going to start beating Phoenix Force endgame Thanos very reliably. Okay. So it's actually going to weaken people's defense quite a bit, in my opinion. I mean, you probably would need a pretty big Rachel to survive the endgame Thanos, or you'll lose a lot of efficiency. Yeah. But mechanically, it should still work as long as your storm is big enough. As far as war goes, she's pretty slow. I think she's like 124 speed stat. So I don't see her really.
Ooh, you remembered it right off the bat. Jeez, nice.
Yeah, 124. Yeah, so I don't see her changing the war meta very much, but definitely going to be flipping Crucible on its head by kind of breathing new life into that Immortal X-Men team. And I mean, this week is huge for Crucible, right? People maybe have finished up pouring Azazel, so now your Curse is a little bit better. People are maybe buying Rachel Summers, so now your Immortal is going to be taking out teams that never could before, including Illuminati, including Phoenix Force. And of course, we talked about him earlier, Blastaar. For people that have Rachel or Azazel, they're also going to have Blastaar unlocked as well. So that is a crazy, crazy week for Cosmic Crucible. It's going to be pretty fun. This week, I'm expecting to lose a lot.
It'll be very, very different this week than last week. And it's only 1 week difference. 3 key characters for a lot of teams. Now, you mentioned her star level. She may not be as impactful at lower star levels. When do you think that cutoff is going to be? Or like how big does she need to be for you to feel her impact? Because she does have some good synergy with Storm. She spreads that stun. Storm stuns right on turn 1. Yeah. So you could have the whole team stunned if she has enough focus for that and speed for that. How impactful do you think she's going to be at 3 stars this week in Cosmic Crucible? Or do you think she needs to be maybe 5 or higher than that to see some impact at the end game? Obviously, you know, wherever you are, it could change.
I think you just got to think back to, like, how did Fantastic Four feel with 3 stars when you push an endgame Thanos and he would just one-shot your Franklin right out the gate, right? I think it's going to be a lot like that. Where if she does an untimely push, she'll get yeeted. I think with overpowered on the table, you always have to be concerned about lower star characters at an overpowered disadvantage. Yeah. Again, if you're using this team up against the Phoenix Force, you can't stun a lot of those characters depending on the awakened abilities anyway, right? So she's really just there for the additional turn meter rewind.
Gotcha.
Now, if you're taking her into the Illuminati team, they get speed up on spawn if they have overpowered on you, even with those other stats. If she's at 3 stars, I'd be a little bit concerned. And then the damage she does at a turn to characters that have speed up, that's obviously not going to be as impactful. I think you're going to really start seeing her shine around 6 stars. That seems to, at least, sorry, that is for like the very competitive side of things, right? For me, that's when I would start seeing the value of her against diamond characters. Okay. If you're not going against diamond characters, then of course you could have lower stars. Gotcha. But I think about the endgame Thanoses. Who doesn't have diamonds that's an endgame player and endgame Thanos at this point, right? How many endgame Thanos are gear tier 20 out in the wild? So that's the sort of character I think about. Same thing with the Illuminati characters. Obviously, lots of diamonds are available for them at this point. So I think you'll find value for sure. Okay. You just might lose some efficiency at lower stars.
Okay. Gotcha. So for most players, I assume most players are lower spenders. So I guess for most players, not really seeing a big impact from Rachel this week, but maybe the next week or the following week when we get some more shards for her, maybe then.
Maybe. I still think she'll lead to some one-shots where you weren't getting one-shots before with your Immortal team. So at least that'll be a big efficiency save. That's
good. Now, she does have an event tied into this Sebastian Shaw event where at the end of it, we complete all these milestones, we're going to be rewarded with a sweet offer for Sebastian Shaw. Now, what do you think that offer is going to be for these final 75 shards? Do you think that's what it's going to be? And if so, what is a sweet spot? I know you said you haven't spent on the game in a while. I haven't spent too much in Marvel Strike Force in a while. What is the sweet spot for you, the price point that it's going to be? Because normally 100 shard unlock characters, about $50. 45 shard unlock characters, about $25. He is 100 shard, but we've also had the grind for 3 weeks. So what would be a good amount that I'm like, hey, yeah, I got to get the unlock for Sebastian Shaw? I'll tell you mine. $15. 15. I'm like, I'm getting this. What is it for you?
Okay. So you cannot take the 25 shards that we've earned into account when doing the pricing, right? So I don't see us here buying the Shaw unlock. I see us buying 75 Shaw shards.
Okay.
I think anything more than $20 is a huge miss. I think $20 for a really early unlock, I'd be like, okay, maybe I can do that so I could get raid ready. Over that, all of a sudden I'm like, well, this is no longer a deal. This is just like an early character release offer.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, some people might be okay with that. I personally wouldn't be. So you say 15, I think 20 is like the max. I expect it to be $35.
I was gonna say I expect it to be 25, but maybe, yeah, I think it's gonna be somewhere in that range, the 25 to 35 range for what they're actually gonna do. But yeah, for me, 15 or lower is where I'm getting this. If it's higher than that, then I was like, I don't know. 3 weeks of grinding for this, I don't know if we're gonna do that. But are you on pace for all your milestones with all these other ones here?
I have no idea. I've not kept
this
up with
one. Crucible. we haven't had any Crucible matches this week, so this is playing Raiders of Vigilantes.
I don't think I capped the last one. I don't think I capped the last one out.
What was that one based on? That was based on. That was based on Crucible with Azaze. No, the Raid with Thunderbolts. Raid with Thunderbolts. Guess.
Yeah, maybe I got it done. Did you have to like actually push for it to get it done? Let me check right now. So
I'm looking at week 3. I'm looking at week 3. We don't have week 1 anymore. So sorry, I was looking at the wrong one. I think it was raids. I could be wrong on that.
Okay. I'm on 15.5, so I'm actually 2,500 points ahead of you.
You're ahead of me. Okay, and I got the stuff. Yeah. So you probably did more raids because there's raids, and last week it was raids as well. So you probably did more raids than me.
I'm at 45 out of.
All right, good.
I'm at 45 on the Unleashed week 2. So.
Oh, okay, yeah. You're way more active in the raids than I am right now. All right, the Knull Red Stars. How are you doing on this? Are you on pace for this? And it looks like the good thing about this. There's 300 possible points here, but to get the 7-star for Knull, all you need to do is get these 250. So you don't need to get all these points. So some of these that I'm missing, play raids with the Gear Tier 20 characters, I'm not getting that. Not needed to get the 7th red star for Knull. Will take a little bit longer to get the 7th red star for Knull, but some of these are not needed. Like some of these big ones here, only worth 1 point. But these war battles, these are the ones that are worth a lot of score. How are you liking the structure of this Knull finale? Because previous red stars were just blitz 1 day with him, and then you do that for 7 days, you get the red stars for Knull. This one is a little more engaging. I kind of like this one. I did like the ease of the other one, and we got it right away. This one, we have to wait a long time, but I don't know, kind of like the Danger Room. After grinding a while, it feels a little more satisfying to get that reward. But again, I do want to get the rewards right away, so it's kind of a trade-off there. How do you feel about this?
Yeah, maybe an unpopular opinion. I kind of like it. I think it's been a long time since like highly engaged, dedicated, long-time players got a little extra, and I think that sort of player does have more Gear Tier 20 characters. So I like the idea of being rewarded for, having equipped gear and this, that, and the other. Yeah, what I don't like, and I don't think anybody likes this, is that it's offense only. Like, it's such a drop ball.
It's not mentioned here. It says play. It doesn't say offense only. I think that was a question on Envoy chat. That should say offense only here, because that could be misleading. Yeah. That's not cool.
Oh, 100% it is. And I think that players don't want you to tell them where they have to use their characters. And I think a lot of the best characters in the games, the end game Thanos, a lot of the best Professor X characters in the game, right? You think about like Omega Red Phoenix Force. You think about a lot of the Annihilators, maybe Knull. Like a lot of these characters, people want to put them on defense. Professor X, right? Because he's like, it's kind of the difference maker in War and in Crucible to do that. And by forcing people to use it at offense, it's hamstringing your creativity when it comes to balancing your roster in PvP, which is just, it's such a bonehead thing to do. And I have to assume it's a technological limiter imposed because this is in the command center and not in the milestone tab. Which is a huge miss.
Have we, like, we've had them, you could use them in offense and defense before. Were those only in the milestone tab and not at the command center? Is that where the difference is?
My understanding is those are always in the milestones, not the command center.
Well, if they have the tech to do it in one, I don't know. I don't know why they don't do that for both. Maybe the tech behind the command center is way different than the milestones. Like, for players, the forward placing, it seems like very similar. So, I don't know. Hopefully they figured it out, because this is not good. Like I said, people want to buy stuff. They want to do stuff they want. They don't want people to tell them what to do. So this is kind of telling you what to do, and it's not clearly communicated as well. So there's a lot of good to this, but there are some negatives on this as well. So hopefully they fix that down the road. We had some new user interface here. This is and this is a good thing, because we can see awaken abilities on characters. Let me go into a blitz battle real quick, and so you can see this in game. But in the pre-match for War, Arena, and Cosmic Crucible, you are able to see this. So you can see that Shadow King has awaken abilities on his basic and special. And if we go in game, pretty much like that as well. Let me move my camera. Let me just take my camera off so you can see behind me, because
we can see the enemy in the top right.
Okay, well, the enemy is here, yeah, and then the Lady Deathstrike is behind me. Where is my camera though? I wanna remove it so everybody can see. Okay, there it is. Okay, so yeah, Lady Deathstrike right there, 7775. No awakening abilities possible for her. And then Hulk, this Blitz Hulk, it's only at level 6 on his basic, and then 7775. So that is a great user interface change. Let's auto this blitz battle. Did you notice this? I know you're way more competitive in War than I am, probably in Cosmic Crucible at this point also. Did you notice this? Did this help you in any of your matches this week in Arena or War?
I'm not sure if this was open in our first War this week or have a War now. Okay. And this will definitely be helpful, because everyone does the Shadow King bluff, right? Yeah. Shadow King, if he's got his, I believe his awakened ability in his passive, then I think he stops immunity on spawn, which changes a lot of matchups, and it also does a lot of speed shenanigans as well. So yeah, the passive on Shadow King, you knowing what you're walking into, is huge here. It's interesting, right? Because a lot of people that wanted something like this are now like, oh, but now I can't bluff my way with Shadow King in a war attack. I'm gonna have to buy his awaken from the antimatter store. And it's like, yeah, you asked for this. What do you want? So I think
that particular player that doesn't want it didn't ask for that, but the majority of the community did. So
yeah, maybe you're right.
Yeah. All right, let's go back in the game, because one more thing that we've noticed happened with this graphics change. Are you ready for this? You know what I'm going to show?
No.
All right. All right. All right, so guys, prepare your eyes. We're going to open 30 orbs. We got a new change for opening orbs. On opening single orbs, no change. But, all right, let me do this real quick so Dorky can open his eyes again. Oh, jeez, it got me.
Okay, it's done. My hands.
It's done. Brother Steven sent me this meme earlier this morning, before the orb opening change and after the orb opening change. This is what Marvel Strike Force is like now. Why make this change? I saw someone on Reddit say, hey, this is kind of the triggering the gambling response, triggering our dopamine responses. Is that what it's doing? Does that do that to you, or is it for me like the same? Like, I don't want this.
It triggers my epileptic response, man. Like, this is dangerous for some people. It's too much. Listen, I appreciate the pop. And actually, because I had to buy some Azazel pity orbs, right? When you buy the Azazel pity orbs and then you get one of those chest things, like you open 20 of them, there's a new user interface for that as well, where it kind of pops up and it's like, ooh, and it's definitely that gambling sort of thing that you see in other gacha games.
That's what it's for, right?
Yeah. So I'm like that thing right there.
This thing that I'm covering as well. Let me remove myself again there. This.
Yeah. Yeah, so when you open that, it now slides in front of your screen, and there's this like really gotcha sort of interface, and I don't hate that kind of stuff. I'm fine with it. But geez, that flash is just too much. They need to just have something else that grabs your attention that triggers that dopamine hit. The flash is crazy.
Is it the color? Is it because it's so white and bright? What if it's red? If it's a red flash or a yellow flash, or like you see this crane here, it has kind of a blue. What if it's a blue flash? Would it still be as bad?
Dude, blue and red, I would think I'm getting arrested with how intense that light is. Like, yellow then. Yeah. Oh my God. I don't know, man. Interrogation at that point. It's too strong, that light, for sure.
Okay. I agree. I didn't notice it, but yeah, the community pointed it out. So be careful, guys. If you're opening multiple orbs, you might want to turn away for a little bit, at least until they address what's going on with this. And yesterday was the big currency conversion. I think it went well. I think all my currency got converted well. I don't think I noticed too much on this. Any big changes that you noticed from this currency conversion that went live yesterday? I think it was smooth.
It was smooth, to my understanding, and it was not as bad as we thought it was going to be. And Scopely, if you're listening, this is the kind of information you share with us. You tell us, not remind us, you let us know. Yes, the Battle World store is still going to have character shards in it, and you're going to use your supply tokens on them instead of the Battle World currency, because that's what most people are freaking out about. So the Battle World store is not dead. We still get to buy character shards. We're just using the new shop credits.
Oh, and there's no ISO 8 down here. You can still buy ISO 8 with your shop credits down here. You got orbs. It's not a great ratio. It's not, you can't select it, but yeah, all this stuff is still there. But I think that better now that you know that you can still buy characters in a Battle World store. Better than you expected, worse than you expected, or does it not really make a difference? Because you probably have all those characters already, right, in the Battle World store.
No, I got any Victoria Hand still. I didn't go. Victoria Hand sucks, so I did not go hard on
I'm
her.
so used to you being like the Kraken of all Krakens, and you being a light spender now is weird, Dorky.
No, I was mad. I had to buy Azazel to get Blastaar Unlock.
Well, now, but back in the day, like 3 months, 6 months ago, you buy everything. It's like, it's weird like this now.
Yeah, we're chilling. You know, summer. The kids had to do a lot of things this summer to stay interested. So.
Yeah, I've been chilling too. I've been getting a lot of power cores, been unlocking characters with my power cores.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alliance credits are now being awarded from Alliance gifts. Stark Techs, now you upgrade that with shop credits instead of Alliance credits. Battle World credits is going right to T3 ISO 8 credits, so I guess that's good. One thing that I don't like though, I thought what this would do was limit these stores. I thought we would have more consolidation of stores. I think that's still down the road on their plans, but can't they just combine some of this stuff so I don't have to scroll down here? It was even worse with the Intel store. Now,
yeah,
they need to do something. Do we even need this? Can they put this somewhere else? We don't even get costume credits anymore.
Yeah, they definitely need to do something else with the costume. The costume tab.
Let me buy this. Yeah.
There you go. Get that useless character. Well, so we do know that they're combining the arena, the blitz, the raid, the war, and the Crucible store. It's just a matter of time. So we know that is still coming.
I thought it would be this time. Honestly, Dorky, I thought it'd be this time. I'm like, oh, we're gonna get a clean layout now.
Well, I think is it next week? Like it's supposed to be this month. They said.
If it is, I don't see anything in a blog post. Did they say in the Strike Spot episode and I missed it?
Maybe.
Was it an Envoy chat and we're not supposed to be talking about it? I don't know.
Whoopsies.
No. Oh well, no,
I know they're doing it.
They said. I mean, the timing, I don't know, but they did say that eventually they're still looking to consolidate all the stores. I do remember Ryan mentioning that. I just don't remember a time frame on that. But I thought it would be today, and it's not. It's not today. So yeah, the shops consolidation still coming, but we got some good changes in the game right now. Big changes coming this weekend to Cosmic Crucible. What are you most looking forward to? Blastaar. Maybe unlocking Rachel somewhere with power cores. I know you're not planning to do it right now, but we still have another day before Cosmic Crucible begins, or potentially using your Azazel in Cosmic Crucible with the curse. What are you most looking forward to?
Blastaar. He's the only character who's gonna be ready. I spent 300 million gold to zero up my gold so I could prove that you get enough gold free to play to level up characters. It's going okay. Azazel's almost 105. Blastaar's 105, but I have 0 gold ready for Rachel. And I'm at 650 power cores, so unless I hit the jackpot, I will not be unlocking Rachel.
Okay.
I used them all on Azazel, so I didn't just spend it yesterday.
Yeah, but you're a content creator and you're making videos. So there's justification to do some things that are not like the most efficient things in the game because it's about content. So I do the same thing. I do the same thing. I run it super inefficient so I can make better content sometimes.
Exactly. Listen, my level 105 Infinity Watch team is going to make great content one day. I'm just waiting. We're biding our time.
One day. All right, guys. Hopefully you got some value from the video today. If you did, leave it a like. Check out some of the other videos on my channel. Make sure you check out a bunch of the videos on Dorky's channel. I follow a lot of the guys. Every time there's some new challenging content, I go to Dorky for, hey, what do I do, man? I need a video out. Do you have one yet? Let's go. All right. But yeah, check out everything. And if you want to see what to do to win an arena right now, we got a brand new meta featuring Oath. Check out the video that I did earlier. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Are you ready for a fist bump? It has been months since we did a fist bump, Dorky.
Brother, I've been shining this fist.
Oh my! I haven't done a fist bump with anybody. All right, here we go. First one in a long time. Let's try this up. Hold fist bump. ValleyFlyin, Dorky Dad out. Have a great day, guys.
That fist was almost as shiny as the orb opening there. Jesus.